I just don't want to like uproot all of it, so I just trim the tops, and that way the forest keeps going. What's the number one rule about cutting seaweed in an inflatable boat? Well, don't pop it. Don't pierce the boat. That's it. This one's the new Stryker trap. Oh. They got a little collection there. What do you think about that?
Looks good.
So we're also going to throw back this one because it's a female. You can see the underside. So we don't keep those guys. So there you go. Have some babies. And this one's another female. And even though they're big and they're larger than 6 inches, gotta throw them back so they can keep repopulating the place here. So. All right, babe cakes, here we go, check it. There she goes. These guys we also go through and look for, babies or females. But these are pretty average sized guys, both males, no eggs. They're the different species with the blue eggs there. So we're gonna throw these guys back. Besides that, the rest in here are of proper size and they're males. So we're gonna bring those back and thank you to Mother Ocean for providing us this amazing food. Every time we go crabbing and prawning, seaweed and like barnacles and little guys get in the boat, so I try to flush all of them back in the ocean. This nice sponge. And then it also leaves the Stryker nice and clean.
What are you doing now?
I think it's salt. Let's see if we can make our own salt. Hey.
Hello.
I like the new fire pit area.
I absolutely love it. It looks great.
We milled these planks.
Yes.
I just want to show the YouTube crowd the oven really quick, the final state of it, and what we did last night.
Awesome.
So we've got more storage here for firewood. Not only is it practical, it's going to keep our wood dry, but I think it looks kind of aesthetically pleasing. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
And then we got the new clay fire pots we'll be cooking in that can take an open flame, and the sealed kimchi jars that will show you how they work with water as the seal. I'm going to spend the week doing some patchwork on the cob, and then one more layer. We put a handle on the door. What do you think?
It's good.
I mean, maybe we'll do a more Pinteresty one later, but for now this is pretty cool. So when we finished the pizza last night, we baked a few loaves of bread, and then after the bread was done, it was like 10, 11 o'clock, and there was still a lot of heat in there, so I threw some of the zucchinis from the garden. I cut them thin and put them on trays in there to see if they would dehydrate. So I guess we'll crack it open and find out if they did. Oh yeah.
Nice.
They're perfect. What do you
Yeah.
think?
I mean, they could be a little bit crispier, but
But I mean,
it looks good.
that'll keep all winter.
For just sitting on, just for being in there for one night. Oh, it's not bad.
It's kind of sweet, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like it like this, but even if you wanted to store all these in a jar, that would keep now.
Very cool.
So we got 3 plates of them. Wow, and it's still warm in there. Wow.
Very cool.
All right. All right, where are we off to?
To a new magical place. Just kidding.
To the nether regions of Komorebi.
Yes, we are breaking ground on a new spot on the lot.
Which is going to have a second yurt on it.
Yep, 2 yurts.
And the second yurt's going to be for a guest or a Komorebi manager to help us out. And if ever we need to go on supply runs or whatever, they're going to become the steward of the property. So you guys know we have the pandemic garden here that we're still harvesting carrots from, potatoes and sunchokes and zucchinis, but we're going to relocate the garden back further into our property and kind of build it around the yurt, permaculture style.
Yep.
We got to clear the land, plant the garden, put in the solar panels, and build the yurt platform because the yurt will be here in 3 weeks, and we got to have it up and ready to go quickly.
Yep. So we're tearing down the garden to rebuild it somewhere else. We're taking out the boat and putting in a yurt. Boom, that's what we're doing. So right now we need to actually walk back there because it's not going to be where the boat is. We want to go further back into the property so it's not so close to the road. So we're just going back there for the first time to pick a spot for this new yurt. So let's go.
Let's go. Thanks. No, this is our property, and you can tell it's a logging road because of all the salmon berries and alder. They grow along the logging road because they're the new stuff. And
Okay, so do we want to put the yurt right in there?
that's what I was thinking, yeah. Just tuck it back. Like I was going to cut the old logging road out and then put it back amongst these hemlocks right there. You gonna come?
Yeah, I'll come back here.
This is like that movie, Romancing the Stone. You ever seen that movie? Ah, I know what we're watching tonight. So I see this pink flag here, and I can see a row of pink flags that were laid here, you know, more than a decade or two ago. And that will lead us to a surveying marker that shows us our property is on this side, so we're good. So again, we lucked out twice. The logging road is on our property and we can build on this. The sun will shine brightly on it.
Yeah, the dogs are having a heyday. They love it.
They're freaking loving it.
And a yellowfoot.
Nice.
Ah, I just dropped it. Oh, okay. Not what I was expecting. This is a perfect spot for a yurt.
It's perfect.
Wow.
And it's great because all the sky behind you, that's the east, and then the sun goes all the way over there and
You
sets
just
there.
stick out these clusters. I mean, it even like just looks like a circle for a yurt.
We take out a couple of these trees right here, and then they become the lumber we use to build the platform for the yurt.
Yeah, this is great. Very cool.
So you see some promise here.
Yeah, I do.
And the fact that I see alder going all the way back here means that we're still on the logging road, and all of this that we're standing on is not a marsh, it's solid. I'm just really concerned with if we're putting stuff in a bog. There's lots of bogs around here that are really wet and swampy.
Hey, one of these can be our Christmas tree.
That's true, a living one.
It could be a Charlie Brown Christmas tree.
And we'll still put it on 4-foot stilts.
Yeah, it is really nice back here.
Super nice.
We'll just have to give him our yurt and we'll move into this one.
I was just gonna say, she's already thinking, damn it, we should have
This
put ours
yurt
here.
is smaller. It's about half the size as ours, but it's beautiful. I'm really excited to show you guys it. It's gonna be a different color.
And 2 years ago we were a little inexperienced. Now we know the area better. We should have put our yurt here.
Yeah.
We'll introduce you guys to Dylan, and we'll get started on clearing this area and building the platform.
It's a lot of work to be done. Does that not? No, you can't have this. No, Kai. No, this isn't free. I'm trying to show the camera. He's trying to jump up and grab it. Stop, Kai. No!
It's super late night, and a lot of you guys have been asking for how we do the bedtime routine and stay warm as the nights get colder, and it's getting pretty cold. It's like -1, -2 in the morning when we first wake up. So before we go to bed, I got the wood stove going, and I get a big massive chunk. We cut some wood in smaller pieces and some in larger pieces. So I save the smaller pieces for the morning because they catch fire easier, and that's when I want to reignite the fire. But at night, like now, I want the wood to last all night and keep us relatively warm, so I open it up. Put in a massive piece, and that was pretty good. I didn't burn myself and got it right in there, nice and solid, and if I needed to adjust it, I can do this little number. and then I'll lock it. And that'll burn for several hours, and when I wake up, I'll have embers and ashes that I'll show you guys how I get started in the morning first thing. And the ocean water we harvested today, I'm gonna just let it kind of simmer and evaporate on top of the stove here, and we'll see if, as we stir it, if we can reduce it down to some really amazing sea salt.
Stay. 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 Okay, come. Sit.
I've been digging all the extra stuff up.
Okay, so you want me to just put these on this side? Fill this gap here?
Got it.
We're so good at that.
Getting better. This is the beginning of a new chapter.
Yep.
Second yurt.
Yep.
This yurt's going to be for, not, I wouldn't say woofer, but more for like somebody working in partnership with us, the manager of Komorebi.
Yes.
And that manager could be somebody that stays for a while, could be new all the time, but we're at least going to have an awesome place for them to set up camp and stay. Solar panels, garden, yurt, sun exposure, all behind us.
Yeah. So if you guys have been following our journey, you guys know that we've been looking for somebody. Well, we found somebody. So we want you guys to meet Dylan.
Let's bring Dylan in to meet you guys. 1, 2, 3. Dylan. Welcome to Komorebi.
Cheers, guys. Stoked to be here.
How did you find us?
It was one of those times when you're strolling through those world of YouTube, and came across a video of Jake and Nicole looking for someone to come out to this wonderful place on Vancouver Island, and I decided to flick them a message.
Nice. What do you think about the remoteness of where we are? Boat access only and all that.
It's pretty bloody unreal to be able to be in a place where not everyone can get to, and you're out here in the woods and there's not too much around, so it's pretty blissful and pretty serene at the same time.
Your accent, where do you live most of the time? Where are you from?
I grew up on the Gold Coast, or the Goldie as everyone likes to call it, in Queensland in Australia.
And then you have some kind of roots in South Africa too.
Yeah, I was born over in South Africa, but parents moved over to Australia when we had the chance. Better opportunities over there, they say.
So what brings you to Canada?
Came over here to experience the white winterland, the powder that they have over here in the snow. Came over, saw my best mate, and now I'm here for the experience. Flights aren't that easy at the moment to keep on traveling.
And you got a work visa and a travel visa for a couple of years.
Yeah.
So you're set here.
Yeah, it's pretty lucky as an Aussie. We're able to have 2 years over here on a working holiday visa, so stoked to be here. Now I've just ticked off my first year, now on to the second.
Because you were here before COVID, so this has all happened since you've been in Canada.
Yeah, definitely. Since COVID happened, shut down the ski hill, went off tree planting, and now I'm here.
Tree planting, what were you doing? What does that mean?
So pretty much, like, obviously everyone gets their wood from lots of different places, and we go out there after they've cleared the forest and cleared the wood and replant it, so there's more trees around.
And you get paid like per tree, per seedling.
Per seedling, so
wow.
You're bending over a lot of times every day and just keep on going.
Wow.
Pretty tricky.
Yeah.
And that's great because Nicole and I were talking about how that's Komorebi, has been logged 3 or 4 times over the past, century or more. And now we're looking at like 30, 40 years since the last logging. And that's why, us cutting down trees here is actually thinning out the forest to a healthy level, because back in the day they overplant so many trees, so it's like kind of like monoculture where there's hemlock. This area was hemlock galore back maybe 30-40 years ago, where you said you were planting mostly
spruce. Yeah,
right. So everything's so close together, and like you guys have seen, and so Nicole and I thinning little spaces out kind of brings some nice health back to and biodiversity back to the forest.
Yeah. So right now we're going to start clearing for our second yurt, which he'll be living in, which we're really excited about. So everybody in the comment, say hi to Dylan, and let's get to work.
And if you're interested in seeing a yurt build from scratch with a different size yurt, with a different yurt company than the last time, so we're giving you guys a chance to see 2 different styles of yurts, 2 different sizes, 2 different colors. Follow us on this journey of building this from scratch. Here's Nicole. See the dogs over there. We got this beautiful road we're creating, and sunny spot that's leading to the new Yurt. Get it, Nicole!
Come on, let's go, come on. I think I got it.
You sure?
Yeah. Okay, where are you gonna put this one?
Well, the Yurt's gonna go over there. This is the road to it, so I want to drop it on the future Yurt. Let's see if I can make a appropriate cut to drop it that way. And then we'll use them for lumber, firewood, all the above. Nature, forgive me. I promise to give you balance over time. Stick with me. In the last video, there's a lot of troll comments and hate when I showed that clip of you doing the draw knifing. Everybody thought, oh, there's the real team that does all the work at Komorebi, that Jake and Nicole forgot to edit them out, but that was like your little brief intro.
Yeah.
And your mom saw that.
Yeah, Mom definitely saw that, so she's pretty stoked to see what I'm getting up to over here. So let's see what this adventure brings.
Let's keep you safe, number one. For Mom. Oh my God, look.
It worked.
We only used 2 gallons of water.
Scrape it.
Wow.
We have salt.
We got our own salt.
Definitely do things a little differently next time, but that's great.
Level up. Level up. Wow. I'm gonna taste some. It's still warm. Oh my God, it's so powerful. That's the saltiest salt I ever tasted in my life. Look at that.
That's great. Yeah, let's zoom in.
Wow, amazing.
Very cool.
We don't ever have to find salt or buy salt again.
Yes.
Wow, and that's like the freshest sea salt you ever had. Wow, I'm impressed. That's good, babe.